Okay, people, so I know you're gonna say, what could he possibly teach me now? Well, this is something I've been working on for quite a few months, because the last time when I bought these tires, nothing wrong with these tires, but when I bought them, okay, you got to keep in mind there's always going to be something off on balancing, and I had to find a place. I've been looking for about 6 months ahead of time here before the tires were worn out before I get some new tires, to get these tires to get something that's going to make them not be hot. Because when you first buy a tire, this is how you find out what's going on with your tire. The last time I bought these tires, I put my hand like this on the sidewall after I got them and drove it a couple hundred miles down the road, and it was warmer than normal. It's because the round of the tire is not going to be exactly perfect, but then really it should be really close to perfect is what it is. The problem is that even though your hub fingers here are supposed to center, they're supposed to center this rim, right? But nothing's going to be perfect. If you want it perfect, you have to have the right tool for the job, which is one of these. I'll explain this in just a second. This video is all about this. There's only certain places that have this, okay? Some places have the tool and they can align it with a tool, and you don't have to buy these, but I'm buying these because it's worth it. Now, let me explain. All right, if you'll look at this rim, you will see that there's movement, okay, from where it was before. These were my cover marks. These are cover marks, okay? You'll see just a little difference between the right side and the left side. That's not a problem. But for you guys with older hubs, that these fingers are worn just a little and they're aluminum from the rim going on and off, and the fact that it may not be exactly perfect in the first place to give room for these to go on, then what the issue is you'll see marks top to bottom, okay? And your tire will get really hot when it's new, and it'll be balanced if you use Centermatics. It'll be balanced if you use the beads in the tires, but it won't exactly truly be round when you first buy it, and it'll wear itself round, and that little bit of a vibration is going to wear this funny, and even though it's balanced, it's not as good and as perfect for fuel mileage. So this is a self-centering lug nut. You need 3 of them. One here, one across from it over here, one over here, like a triangle, okay? And I've been looking for these, okay? And yes, this is not an older truck, and you don't need it. They used to use these definitely on the older trucks, but nothing really is perfect unless you use this first. This comes first, then you put beads in the tire or Centermatics, either one or the other, or at least balance it with a weight and then come back and have it balanced. Then you make sure your alignment's right. So I'm getting alignment today too, but this is the, okay, there's one of these that's made for steel wheels, okay, which the shank on it, or this inlet piece, is a little bit shorter. Then there's this one, which is made for aluminum rims. All right, it's the mid-size one, and it'll also set duals up. Then if you have a super single, it'll work on a super single. If you have duals on the rear of the truck, the one for that is just a little bit longer. This shaft is, okay? This is what's called a self-centering lug nut. You put one here, one here, one here in a triangle pattern, or I'm sorry, here, here, and here. It's hard to see with this camera. I'm looking through the camera. A triangle pattern, and it will center it. Then you put the rest of the lug nuts on, then you tighten them in the right pattern, then you go back and torque them down, and you could actually take these off at that point and put some other ones back on. You can use this for a multi-truck fleet, or you can get the tool, but I've got one truck and I'm leaving them on there, and I'll keep those as, you know, extra. So that's what we're doing here today, and it took me a while to find these. They're $9.99 a piece. The Petro had them. They're a company that's similar to Centermatic. I'll put it in the description. I can't give you all that because I don't have it right now, but you're gonna need 3 each side. And I knew it was coming up on tires. I found a place that I could get these. These were brought to this truck stop. This truck stop's gonna put the tires on, and this truck stop's gonna do the balancing. I'll get it knocked out in one slot, and they'll do a 1 axle. I told them I want 1 axle alignment as long as there's not a problem with it, so they don't rip you off on a 3 axle thrust angle alignment. That's all I got for you today. True alignment, sorry, true balancing starts with a self-centering lug nut, or it starts with you having them put the tool on it. They have a long tool they can use, these mechanics do, if you ask for it. They'll center it, then they'll put all the lug nuts on, then it should stay centered. If you got front to back movement, that's normal because the rim may be a little this way or that way, but up to bottom, that's bad. Okay, so if you got a worn out hub, you definitely have to have these. That was the old trick. So, self-centering lug nuts. What else could I teach y'all people? I'm just saying. So, how can he teach you something else? Well, you just learned something. Y'all stay safe out there, and start out with a new set of tires by self-centering lug nuts, or use the tool, and your tire life will last you a lot longer, and it will be truly balanced. Have a good day. I'm out. Peace.